everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Asni Verma and you are watching Try to Thrive. So today I will be having a wonderful conversation with one of my subscribers. Okay, I do these kind of conversations with many people who don't have the English environment, and who don't have partner to speak with, to practice with. Okay, so if you are struggling and if you are facing the same problem, if you are in the same category that you don't have anyone to practice with, you can mail me anytime if you want to talk to me. Okay, and my mail is given in the about section and in the description box. Feel free to mail me. Okay, now let's enjoy the conversation. Okay, so good afternoon, and how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm also absolutely well. Thank you for asking. May I know your like about yourself?
Yes, my name is Neha Sharma, and I am from Haryana. And basically, yeah, I'm from Bhiwani. And after getting married, I have been living in Hisar
Yes.
for 10
Okay.
years. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing a private job in a school
Mm-hmm. Private job as a teacher?
as a teacher.
Okay. And you are a teacher of English language?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's lovely.
Actually, yeah, actually, I have been appointed here for creating an atmosphere of English environment because where I am, I have been appointed. So there is not an environment of English. Students and teachers are not used to speaking English. That is why I am here.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, but somewhere in private schools, people use English, like they speak in English, but in government school, it's not at all. They
No,
even in teachers
yeah,
also use it.
yeah, they use English, but many times they don't use
In
just for
private
their
schools.
comfortable. Yeah, in private school also. Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. Mhm. So, what else? Like, what are your hobbies? What do you do in your leisure time?
Because being a married girl and being a mother also, I don't
Mhm.
have much time to do the things and pursuing my hobbies. So whenever I get time, I generally work on my English communication only. I started watching YouTube channels and started reading even grammar books so that I can improve myself.
Mhm. So, as you are a English teacher, so I think you can help us a lot because there are many people who will watch this video on YouTube channel. So, I want to know some suggestions, some piece of advices that can help others too, that you follow for yourself.
Okay. Actually, if I talk about my journey of learning English, so I can say that I started this journey 2 years ago when I was ideal. I was not doing nothing that time because my son was too little that time. So I had to take care of him. I have to pay lots of attention on only my son. So I thought that I should do something because I am such kind of person that I cannot sit idle. So I thought that I should improve my communication skills. So I started watching YouTube channels, and whenever I get time, whenever I do my household chores, then I started watching YouTube videos. And because I hadn't any person, I didn't have any person to speak with, so I started with myself, and really it helped me a lot. Speaking with yourself is very very important, ma'am. If you don't have any person, then start speaking with yourself. You start speaking your routine and all, whatever you are doing, just start speaking in English. So it helped me a lot. And after that, I have recently joined the school. I think in January I joined the school. So
Okay.
because I have been appointed here just for the communication purpose, so anyhow I have to speak in English
Yeah.
because if yeah because everyone expect me that I compel and I insist to the every person to speak in English. So this is my responsibility to speak in English. So yes, it is also good for me.
Mhm. So you are doing practice with yourself only.
Yeah, there are a few people also who can speak in English, and with those people I also do practice.
Okay, okay, okay. So what are the techniques that you use in school, like for children?
Actually, I don't teach them according to the ta hai ti hai and by on the basis of Hindi. I just want to teach them on the basis of situation whatever they want to. If they have to face any situation where they have to ask questions, so they how to frame the sentences in asking questions, right?
Mhm.
If they have to frame the sentences in negative, then how to frame the negative sentences? If they have to speak in getting the permission, then how to speak in getting the permission from someone? So this is my strategy, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, you mean like we don't need to translate these sentences, like first think in Hindi and then translate in English, like many people do this.
Because
Okay.
we are Hindi speakers, so somehow we need Hindi. But if we depend on totally, Hindi, if we depend on translating Hindi to English, then it will become difficult for us to speak in English because our mind is already habitual in speaking Hindi. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but the need is we have to make our mind habitual in speaking English, right?
Yeah.
Because generally the problem we face that whenever we start speaking, generally we frame the sentences in our mind and then we speak. So it takes time.
Mhm. It
Yeah.
takes
So
time,
this,
yeah.
yes, ma'am.
True,
So this is
true.
the problem, and this problem must be removed if you want to be fluent in English.
Yeah, yeah. And it I think it will be removed only just by speaking, by doing practice.
Just yes, by doing practice, speaking, and thinking, even thinking in our mind in English language.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, anything that you would like to share about like how to start like thinking in English? Like people have the doubt, like they cannot think in English.
I have already told you, ma'am, that the best way of thinking in English is speaking with yourself because nobody is the best partner for you
Mhm.
except you. So
Yeah.
this is the best way. This is the best way, ma'am, because you always with you every time. Yes. So
Mhm. Yeah.
but I am speaking with someone. So okay, I can speak with that person for 1 hour and 2 hour only. But I am the
Mhm.
person with whom I can speak
Mhm.
for the whole day and for the whole night even also. So this is the
Mhm.
method
Okay,
that I
yeah,
applied.
yeah. Mhm. That worked for you.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, because for many people, like mirror technique works well for them, and for me, I think speaking in front of camera works better than the mirror technique.
yes, yes. Yeah, ma'am. Strategies are different for different people. Some people like speaking, some people like watching movies, some people like
Yeah.
watching, reading books. So these techniques are different. Even I want to know from you that because you have learned a Korean language, that is also a foreign language. So I think
Mhm.
you must know that what is the actual process of learning any language because it is generally said that grammar is not important for speaking. But yeah, grammar is somewhere important, but more and deep knowledge is not important. So
Mhm.
I want to know from you that is this true or actual process is what of learning any language?
Mhm. Like for any language, if we talk about English, so the basics we have already learned during schools. So we don't need to focus on that. But if you start something like any other language, you need to work first on basics. And if someone is there like who is not good at basics, like who haven't paid like attention during school days, and he's if someone's very big in basics, sorry, so they need to work first on basics. They need to know little about the past, present, future, and little about preposition, articles. So this is, I think, enough first. So any language you are going to learn, you have to learn first basics. And I think in India or in any country, people learn basics in English, like from since childhood, like then when they start schooling. So for this, for like for writing and for speaking and for reading, we need basics first. And then if we talk about speaking, like we have to use different techniques. We cannot rely on a particular like okay, I'll do just by reading. No, reading is just a learning. You if you want to speak, you need to speak. And whenever you learn a grammar pattern, particular grammar pattern, you need to use immediately. Like if you learn today, you have to use today itself. Because if you think like, okay, I have learned 2 or 3 grammar rules and then I will use it after, okay, you will forget or you will be confused after some time. Like, okay,
Yes.
because in different languages, if you are learning 2 or 3 languages simultaneously, it is difficult and it will be a confusing thing for you, definitely, because
Yeah.
every language have a different construction, you can say, and different way to articulate sentences. So but
Hmm.
Korean is related to Hindi, like as we speak Hindi, Korean is just like that, the structure of this language. So it was easy for me to learn this language. And then if you want to become really good at this language, you need to work on vocabulary and phrases like this. Okay, but for normal, if you want to speak a normal language with normal people, you can use simple words. But if you want to become a good speaker as a public speaker or as an advanced speaker, so then you have to work on phrases and advanced vocabulary and listening a lot. Because when one of our professors suggested us to watch dramas as much as you can and especially watch Pororo because they use simple and easy structures of sentences. That's why I also suggest same.
What did you say?
Like
Pororo?
Pororo. Pororo is like a kind of drama, and it is on YouTube itself in English also and in Korean. I watched in Korean, but then I found like, okay, in English also available. So they use simple and easy and effective words and phrases while. So listening for speaking, listening, reading, and learning, everything plays important role. And especially
Correct.
like different with different ways. Like if you're doing the same way every day, then you feel bored after 2 or 3, even after 1 week, if not. So you have to change the ways also.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Because you told that we have been learning basic concepts from our childhood in our school. But I have observed this thing that many students still they are in 11th class and 12th class and 10th class. They still are not able to understand tenses. They cannot able to framing sentences, how to frame sentences. They don't know, right? And even they are not able to doing the exercises on the basis of tenses. Even they do lots of mistakes while speaking. He goes to school or he go to school, right? Whenever they have, even they don't know the difference between that he goes to school is right and he go to school is not right, and what is the reason behind it, they don't know. So I think just in schooling we are just doing these things just for cracking the exam, just for passing the exam and getting the
Exactly.
report. Yes,
Uh-huh.
and for getting the next class. So getting the knowledge is a different thing, but applying this knowledge is different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have also seen lots of teachers even who have complete grammar knowledge, who have who are doing work in a school and in college as a professor of a grammar, English grammar, but even they are still not able to speak in English. They are not able to speak how to frame sentences in their daily life. Yeah. So this is the problem. So that, yeah, you have said that all these things are good. Means we cannot rely on only one method. We have to do different kind of things. Like we have to done learning also. Sorry, reading also, right? And speaking also. Yes, listening also. So yeah, you are right, ma'am.
And as you mentioned, like we learn grammar patterns, but why we are not able to use? Because we don't use immediately. We learned all the grammar and we know many patterns, many things in grammar, but we don't use. And I'm surprised to know about, like, you are talking about private schools, right? That 11th and 12th class students are not able to articulate sentences. So
Many students.
it is I think it's
not good, because I observe these things in a government school. It happens in government schools. People, because teachers don't use English while speaking, so it happens with government school student. And many people who many people who say same thing, like we are from Hindi medium, so we don't know, and we don't know how to start speaking in English. But now you are saying like even in private schools also, people like students are facing the same problem.
Yes, ma'am. Even I have observed that actually I also give tuition classes at my home. So
Mhm.
I also have observed that the students are not able to, understanding the questions. They're just cramming the answers of the questions. Yeah, and they are studying in a very good and highly reputed school,
Yeah.
English medium school. Yes, but they are not able to, speak and even understand the things. So there is something loophole, there is something problem in our system, even private school also. I think we are not paying much attention on this part.
So what do you think, like private schools are becoming just as a business or what? Because if
Yes,
they
yes.
are not paying proper attention, so it's just a business.
Yes, ma'am.
And even private school students need to take tuitions after school. They do tuitions and school, and
Yes.
it's and after completing schooling, after completing graduation, they need to join coaching centers also for speaking. That
Yes,
is
yes,
also a
yes.
bit that's going on
Yes.
in India.
This is a
Yeah.
tragedy, ma'am. This is a tragedy that we have been learning English from our childhood, in our schooling, in our colleges, and after doing graduation, when we need to face any interview, then we realize, oh, this is the main thing that we have to do,
Yeah.
and then we separately pay and go to the spoken English classes and separately pay for this. So it is a very not good thing.
But one thing, even coaching centers, they also start with grammar, with the tenses and all,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
many people in my circle, friends, many people joined center for 3 months or 2 months, but it didn't work for them. So again, it's just like it's upon you, like you need to speak and you need to start speaking in English. No one can change, no one can
Actually,
teach.
ma'am, the problem is that they are willing to go to the coaching center, they are willing to get the all information, but they are not willing to speak. And this is
Hmm.
the key of speaking, because this
Yeah.
is the language, and language demands that you speak. And if you are
Yeah.
not ready to speak, then we cannot speak it. So this is the
Yeah.
problem. How much grammar knowledge you take, if you don't speak, then you cannot speak it.
Yeah.
So this is the
A
problem.
teacher. Yeah, yeah. A teacher can teach you the pattern, and then a teacher can
Yes,
give you 5 to 10 sentences on that particular pattern. But after that, you need to use and you need to speak. Then it will
yes,
work for you. But
yes,
people
yes.
don't do that. They just copy the whole sentences the teacher taught
Yeah,
already.
they have lots
Yeah,
of notebooks and notes where the
yeah.
lots of grammar concepts.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
But
this is
using
the
these
problem.
grammar concepts is important. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. But
And
after that,
tenses, of
like,
course, tenses is important. Tense is
mhm,
very
yeah,
important, because if you want to say something, if you don't have knowledge about what is the present and what is the future and the past, then how you speak, how you frame the sentences. Yeah, it is
yeah.
important. Passive is also important. How to frame
Mhm.
questioning, how to frame negative, how to frame, in passive tenses. It is all very necessary. But speaking is also,
Mhm.
applying of these concepts is also.
Mhm. Yeah, right, exactly. But the language is like kind of a thing that you need to work first. No matter
Mhm.
how many coaching centers you have joined, no matter how many teachers you have taking classes or doing things, even people who have joined clapping they just have the one thing that they start speaking there, then they get the great knowledge like about speaking, okay, and then they understand, because I also experienced the same after speaking in this, and after speaking in front of different people, then you will realize, okay, I need to work there.
So how did you start your journey? I mean, from grammar, and what did you do? The
Like
first step
honestly,
the first step that you did. Yeah.
mhm. honestly, as a Hindi medium student, or from a village, belongs to from a, so it's it's a fear in everyone's mind, like we cannot speak. That was also the same with me. I was also kind of person who, who accepted, like, okay, I cannot do this, it's not my cup of tea and I cannot done. And because of one thing I want to tell you is that because of the teacher, like, in schools teacher always use these words, you cannot do, and you are this and all that, and these things made me like accept myself, like I cannot do. But after, like when I started learning Korean language at there in university, professors used to speak in English everything, because if you are teaching Korean, what other language you use to explain the pattern or words? Okay, if you are teaching a one word, you will give the like meaning in English. So while remembering Korean words, I will able to remember all the I was able to remember all the English meanings. Then I
Okay,
got
so
to know, like, oh,
you was trying to learning two languages simultaneously.
yeah, yeah. And after learning many Korean words with English, then I got to know, like, okay, now I know about a particular topic because I knew the words. So first thing I started learning with Korean, like every time I like had to make a sentence in Korean, I need to translate into it in English. So that made me able to learn this language. That was the first step that I like accidentally started. I already accepted myself like I cannot do, but after started learning Korean, then I realized, okay, I can learn this language also. So that was the first thing that happened to me accidentally, I must say.
Mm. So
That's
you
why I
started from,
prefer to learn vocabulary also.
yeah, vocabulary is also very important because sometimes we need to speak such kind of situation where a particular vocabulary is fitted. Yeah, so
Yeah.
vocabulary is,
But if you know many words, even then also it's difficult to use while speaking. I don't know why, but I'm working on that, because I know many words, but I'm not that much capable even enough now to use all the words while speaking. Even after talking someone, when I listen particular conversation, I feel that like I must have used some other words. So yeah, I'm working on that now to become a good speaker.
I'm also learning, ma'am. I'm also learning how to speak because lots of time I have to face problem that many times I do mistakes related to grammar and I don't get instantly in my mind what should I speak next and what should be the next correct grammar or correct vocabulary I have to speak
Mhm.
here. So I also face such kind of problem and I know this is the main problem is that our mind is not habitual.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is lots of stuff of Hindi in our mind. That is where this is problem. Yes, yes,
Is there
yeah,
any network issue?
yeah. There is something. Yeah, there is some network issue.
So I think it's now 23 minutes long video. So like I want to tell you something, like, okay, I really learned so many things from you, and it's nice talking to you because I'm talking for the first time with a teacher. So it's my pleasure. Okay. And thank you so much for mailing me and interacting to me. Okay. And I want to ask you if you want to be a part of our group. Like, I made a group for just for women
Yes, yes,
girls.
yes. Of course. Even I'm, want to tell you that please add me in any group that where I can do practice.
Okay, so you can mail me your number, and after that I'll add you. Okay.
Okay, okay. And I also have learned lots of things from you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Okay,
Have a
ma'am.
nice day.
You too, ma'am.